That was an important day. It was a really, really big milestone for BestAgent. And so today I had the first ever meeting of the BestAgent Regional Partners team. And I had no idea how it was going to go. I don't know the guys very well who came. I've only met a couple of them once or twice. It was the first time they all got together. A couple of guys were ill, couldn't make it, but they called in and I had them on a video call. So we were all there together. And I basically got to explain the full vision for BestAgent in detail. And BestAgent's been so far 9 years in the making. And the simplest way to describe what I've done in that time is, me and the team have done in that time is, it's been 9 years of building product, of writing code and testing software and getting it out in the real world. And it's been 3 years of building an audience. And the way I have been thinking about this team, the BestAgent Regional Partners team, and I've got coverage for most of the country to start with, is that the tech is the engine, is the machine. I've built the machine, this unique big machine. And the audience, the potential audience and user base for BestAgent is the fuel. So I've got the fuel and I've got the engine. What I need is the primer and the starter, and that's what the BestAgent Regional Partners team is. And because I have no investors, because I've bootstrapped this right from scratch, from zero, because I don't have a budget. One of the reasons for having the Moving Home with Charlie platform and channel, which has become much more popular than I imagined it would, was because I didn't have any choice. I didn't have the budget. I hadn't the budget for any other kind of marketing. All I had was me, my head, my ideas, my experience, and YouTube. And I knew that it could be done, so that was done through necessity. And that's a little bit how this team has been put together. So this team are self-employed people starting their own businesses to be BestAgent Regional Partners who will be managing their own estate agency clients on behalf of BestAgent. And to begin with, they're going to be bringing them on board. They're going to be signing agents up. But anyone who's been watching these for the last few nights knows that I've been, the last few weeks, in fact, I've been massively overdoing it, risking burnout, not getting the rest I need, not taking good enough care of myself. And it's true, there's no rest for the wicked, because I thought that today I was going to get to come back here to my flat and have 3 nights here of just catching my breath, catching up on stuff, seeing Alex Graham Waterhousing Stig tomorrow. But no, I can't, because tomorrow I have to be at Dunkerswell Airfield by mid-morning, because my plane is finally having its annual. And I've been waiting for 6 weeks for the engineer to tell me when he was coming. And today he rang me and said, "I'm coming tomorrow. Are you going to be there?" I wasn't, no, but I will be. I have to be there. It's one of those situations where I just have to, whenever he turns up is when I have to be there. Yeah, this isn't the change is coming. This isn't the place for that feedback. And I'm very, very, believe me, I am more than aware. It's got a long way to go. If you want to try and bootstrap something that size from scratch, there's a lot of snagging to do. I'm more than aware of all of its shortcomings and the data and everything else. So thank you for the feedback, but I am aware, and obviously I know that's going to be fixed. But this is my private video diary channel, so that kind of stuff I like to keep on Moving Home with Charlie and BestAgent. Anyway, so tomorrow I'm not going to get the quiet, relaxing day in my flat that I thought, to catch up on everything and do the follow-up work from today's meeting. But I'm going to be home rolling my sleeves up. We're going to do a 3-hour drive, 3.5-hour drive to get down there, rolling up my sleeves up and getting very dirty and oily and greasy. And starting work on the plane. Hey, no problem. No apologies necessary. So that's going to be fun. And it's going to be fun to get the annual started on the plane, get the ball rolling, find out what the engine compressions are. That's the big thing. I'm hoping that the engine, because there's been, for those of you who've been following my flying vlogs, you'll know that there was an oil leak. I think I've isolated what the cause of the oil leak is, and I don't think it's anything wrong with the engine. But tomorrow, I'm going to find out. So tomorrow is either going to be a great day, if the engine compressors turn out okay, or a really disappointing day if they don't. Because if they don't, it means the engine might have to get pulled apart again, which is a lot more time and money. But if the compressions are good enough, then that will be great news. I know about most of the other snags on the plane that need to be fixed for its annual to get it back in the air in time for next year. One of the projects I was hoping was going to come off before Christmas isn't, but I'm actually quite relieved. It looks like it's going to happen in January. But I think that actually has done me a favor, because I think it would have been too much. And the other, so like, nice problem. Okay, I thought I was going to be hanging out my flat, but now I'm going to go drive back down to Devon and get dirty and get work started on the plane. The other really nice problem that I've got is that someone has asked me to drive someone's just bought an Aston Martin in London, and they want it driven to Portugal. And they've offered to do an all expenses paid trip for me and Archie, my son, to bring that Aston to Portugal, using the ferry and then driving it down through Spain and Portugal to Lisbon. And I've got family in Lisbon as well, and as well as colleagues in Lisbon. So I've got a company there. That's where BestAgent's parent company is based. So lots of reasons to go there. I've now got to just work out whether or not I can actually get time to squeeze that in before Christmas or not. But I really hope so, because how often do you get the chance for an all expenses paid trip in someone else's Aston Martin with your boy, who's a petrol head, to do a lovely road trip like that? It's 2 nights on the ferry, though, annoyingly, from Portsmouth to Bilbao or Santander. But really cool quality time with my boy. And yeah, it might do me the world of good to be at sea for a couple of nights and a day in a cabin with Archie. But I'll go get the dates on that. Yeah. So I have no more pressure this week. I'll be going back to Devon tomorrow, 2 days earlier than I expected, which means I'll be doing the Charlie and Stig show from home in Devon, remotely with Alex tomorrow night. So tomorrow's going to be a long day. Drive, sort the airplane out, drive back home, live stream 8 o'clock weekly workshop, and then 10 o'clock with Alex and a drink, definitely. But apart from me failing to take care of myself, it's all going very well. And the really special thing that happened today was the feedback that I got from regional partners. Because when you've been deep in the grind for a long time, kind of on your own with your own team, you can lose sight of it. And so when fresh faces come in, and then they're strangers, and they're people from the industry, and they understand the context of what you're doing, and they hear the whole plan, and they get excited, that is a really, really encouraging sign. And that's actually, it's really uplifting. In fact, it was really, really uplifting. I got really amazing, strong, positive feedback from them all. But a lot of work to do on the back of it. So that's that. So tomorrow, for my planning, seeing as this is a planning video, planning diary entry, all I've got to do is get to the airfield, check the engine compressions on the plane, go through the list of other work that needs to be done with the engineer so that I've got a plan for it. Because then the follow-up after that will be getting my friend Nick to come over and help to actually do a lot of the work with me. Then I've got to get home, 2 live streams tomorrow evening, and then I've got Thursday and Friday at home now, unless we may have family reasons to have to go back up to Colchester this weekend. That's quite possible. Yeah, I don't know how I fit this much in either. It's not sustainable, and it's partly because I don't have any support staff like I normally do. In the last 30 years, I've always had a team, like a close team of helpers, and at the moment I'm well down on that team because that's the life of a bootstrapper. You have to operate within your budget, and I don't have the budget for that at the moment, but hopefully it won't be too long until I do. I can start to build the team back up again, start to get a bit of my life back, a bit of my energy back, a bit of time back for the kids and myself and flying and stuff, and just get back to sort of normal working hours rather than the insane from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. I have had a rest this afternoon. When I got back here, I had a couple of hours of stuff to do, and I have been chilling out, and I've been watching the Senna documentary, or the Senna series on Netflix, which is really cool. Anyway, who else is there? 4 of you watching, all on YouTube. That's it. I hope those of you who've watched this who are aviation followers saw my seaplane, my glassy water seaplane vlog, which I uploaded on Sunday from my America trip. And there'll be another one coming out this Sunday. That's a really great trip, really fantastic trip. And there's some great videos coming from that, which my editor is working on for me. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. Otherwise,